All right, good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Nation Network for the big show we've been telling you about. This is going to be Battle of the Belts, coming to you from Florida. Joining me in the broadcast booth, very special guest who is going to now be my sidekick here in NWA, the one, the only, Stu Bennett. And Stu, tonight, the world champion is going to put the title up against a living legend.
I'll tell you right now, I know just a little bit about our champion. And Ric Flair, I'm afraid I've got a bit of bad news for you.
Well, a lot of people are writing Ric Flair off, but I'm not sure you want to do that. Not on a night like tonight where anything can happen. Hell, we saw what happened with the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, with the Rock and Roll Express, we were able to really just surprise a lot of people, myself included.
Our opening contest, ladies and gentlemen, is a ladder match. The winner of this match will end up being given an opportunity to challenge for any title they desire. Coming to you live from the USF Sundome in Tampa, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kickoff show.
The following contest is a ladder match. Making his way to the ring from Worcester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 247 pounds, Arn Stevens.
All right, Aaron Stevens making his way down the ring.
Well, the man considers himself to be a bit of a thespian. I know him from the past. And I believe he's going to have a good opportunity in a night like tonight.
We want to thank all of you for joining us here on the Nation Network. Make sure you let your friends know this is where the best of the best compete, right here live on the Nation Network.
Well, you have to be the best of the best to be part of the Battle of the Belts, don't you?
Well, I'm sure Aaron Stevens would agree with that. As we take a look at Eddie Kingston.
And his opponent, first, from New York, weighing in at 240 pounds, Eddie Kingston.
What I know of Eddie Kingston is really from reputation more than anything, but his reputation definitely precedes him.
Eddie Kingston's a real deal. He has been here in the NWA from the launch date. He and Homicide have been tag team champions as part of the Latin Outlaws. They're both in this match. Now, it's very interesting that they've got two opportunities here between the two of them to be the ones that secure this opportunity. And if they get the bank, then either of them could decide they want to go after the tag team titles once again.
Well, that's a very good point. Anything goes.
As we take a look at Homicide, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Battle of the Belts kickoff show. Championships will be on the line tonight.
And from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, Homer Spike.
Homicide making his way down towards the ring.
Once again, this is an individual I know more from his reputation. Of course, member of LAX back in TNA, and they did a lot of great things there.
Hollywood, California, weighing in at 210 pounds, Joey Ryan.
Representing Hollywood, NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Joey Ryan. Going coast to coast. You see in the background the briefcase that has the contract in it that one of these men will walk away with here tonight.
Well, the question is, which one really, isn't it?
See, with a ladder matches, it's a great equalizer. It's not about a pinfall. It's not about a submission.
No, it's a very dangerous match, too. That's what a lot of people really don't understand. You're climbing a ladder trying to pull down a briefcase almost 15 feet in the air. You got people trying to knock you off that ladder. If you're not paying attention because you're trying to unfasten a clasp on a lock, you can land very awkwardly. And a lot of times we've seen people get injured in matches like this.
And from parts unknown, weighing in at 248 pounds, Q West Ian Mark.
Well, the fans have really taken to this man. The question mark, we have no idea who's under that mask. A lot of speculation, though.
Well, the short time I've been here doing my homework, I have heard a lot about this man, and I've heard a lot of people telling me who they think he might be. I may have to put on my detective cap one day and find out who it is for myself.
We are moments from bell time, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kickoff show. Thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network. This is the Battle of the Belts. We are live from Tampa, Florida, and this one is underway. Well, friends become bitter enemies right off the bat. Question mark and Aaron Stevens normally on the same page, but not right now. They're not. Oh, and Aaron Stevens turns his attention to Homicide, who made the mistake of turning his back.
Well, this is all preliminary. It really doesn't matter until there's a ladder in the ring.
That is true, but the action now has spilled out to the floor for all of the participants. Homicide ran into the steel chair, or steps, I beg your pardon. Right with the ladder, he just got clobbered. Homicide down again. And now Aaron Stevens going to try and get that ladder up, and he does.
Well, it's officially on right now, isn't it?
They still have to set it up in the middle of the ring. A lot can go wrong between now and then. Eddie Kingston was trying. And now they fight over the ladder. Kingston has it. What's he going to do with it? Ran it right into the head. And now Homicide is in there. And Aaron Stevens tastes the steel. Look at what was that?
Well, I don't know why he'd do that. There's a tag team partners. They can work together.
Look at this, Aaron Stevens climbing the ladder. Homicide takes him down right away, and now Aaron Stevens rolls out to the floor. I am still surprised at what happened there. Now it's a question mark in trouble.
It doesn't make much sense to me unless one of these men, perhaps, they think that the tag team title has gone past them and they want to go and have an opportunity maybe at the world champion. I mean, think about it. Who does not want to be the world champion?
Homicide now, he's got the briefcase. He's trying to unlatch it. Can he do it? Oh, look at this. Got it in his grasp right now, and the ladder gets pushed out from underneath. Aaron Stevens, powerbomb.
Tremendous impact right there, and Aaron Stevens is going to be feeling that a long time after tonight, I promise you.
Nice belly-to-belly suplex right there by Eddie Kingston. That ladder making its way ringside. Aaron Stevens now brought back in the hard way. Backbreaker down across the knee. Eddie Kingston happy with the way things are going right now.
Well, we're far away from the end of this one, though, aren't we?
You know, Kingston's up there, and he's got a hold. What is Aaron Stevens going to do from there? Oh, my goodness. Head first into the ladder he goes. Aaron Stevens now is up, and he's down.
Aaron Stevens trying with all he can to put that opportunity. Oh, look at this.
He was about to get him with a drive-by. Aaron Stevens trying to climb the ladder of success, but it's a long way down.
Now Homicide up on the top rope, but the question mark takes him down a notch.
Fans, this match can only end when one of these men able to climb the ladder and successfully pull the briefcase down. Inside of that briefcase, it is the Joker's Wild. That means you can challenge for any title that you want. And now Aaron Stevens going up to the top rope. What's he got in his mind? All the way out to the floor he goes.
Courtesy of the question mark, and again, these guys were supposed to be friends. It's been very interesting watching this one and seeing that people you would think were going to work together haven't really done that.
Oh, he just dropped him on top of that ladder that was set across the railing. Big elbow finds its mark. And now Joey Ryan out onto the... Oh, wait a minute. What's going to happen here? Nobody home. Oh, my God. He missed.
Joey Ryan, self-preservation is what that was.
Head first across the rail. Both men being attacked. Look at this. Powerbomb takes him down. And now Aaron Stevens is going to go up and try his luck again. Aaron Stevens. Just dropped Homicide, and now again he's got the briefcase.
Oh, he's hanging on for dear life now.
And the electric chair drop takes him all the way down to the floor.
I'll tell you what, these people are putting their lives on the line, their careers on the line.
This is Battle of the Belts, and we're just getting started. Fans, thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network. It's going to be a night. Neck breaker right there by Homicide. Aaron Stevens now going after the question mark. He's got that ladder. Just threw it outside the ring. And now over the top rope goes Aaron Stevens.
Boy, I tell you what, watching all this action, trying to keep up with it, not an easy thing to do, that's for sure.
Meantime, Eddie Kingston sizing up. Look at this, the question mark going all the way up the ladder now.
Uninterrupted, I might add.
DDT on Homicide on the floor. Joey Ryan is down. And once again, Aaron Stevens ascends the ladder. Will this be it?
There's nobody up to stop him right now.
Aaron Stevens has got the briefcase and is the winner of the Joker's Wild.
Well, that is the opportunity of a lifetime right there, isn't it?
Aaron Stevens now has the ability to challenge for any championship he wants in the NWA. What an opportunity this provides him.
Well, there was that DDT on the floor, busted up. Homicide on that one.
Here is your winner, Arn Stevens.
Huge win to kick things off, fans. The kickoff show still has a little left in it. Stay with us. All right, fans, welcome back. We've got a very special attraction coming your way. The IWGP World Champion is here. Hiroshi Tanahashi is going to defend against Hollywood's own Adrian Quest as part of Battle of the Belts.
Well, there's something special when you have international flavor like this.
Well, no doubt about it. Tanahashi, one of the most recognized.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, Adrian Quinn.
This young man has really done a lot with his time in NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Well, I've got to be honest with you, I really don't know a lot about him, but I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely a young rising star here in the business. But he's going up against a legend in Japan.
Well, you talk about a man who really needs no introduction.
And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 227 pounds, the International Wrestling Grand Prix Heavyweight Champion, Hiro C. Tama Ashley Champion.
As we take a look right there at the IWGP Championship title, it's on the line right here tonight as part of Battle of the Belts.
Hiroshi Tanahashi, I tell you right now, this man, you're all in for a treat. If you've not seen him before, what he can do in the wrestling ring is absolutely nothing short of amazing.
All right, action underway right here. Oh, look at this. Adrian comes running in. I think Adrian Quest thought he was going to have an easy go of it. Perhaps his logic was to take the champion off guard, bring the fight to him.
Well, it's not a bad idea. Let's put it this way. Right now, I don't think the odds are very strong in favor of Adrian Quest winning this match. So why not? What have you got to lose? You're going up against an international superstar known the world over on a very big stage right here on the Nation Network. So you take your opportunities as they bring them.
Irish whip now into the ropes. He goes, nice drop down. Tanahashi now with a belly to back suplex, and that's going to definitely ring the bell. You can see Adrian Quest is injured.
And those stiff kicks right to the head. He's going right after the man. I don't think the champion appreciates the way Adrian Street started this one off. Adrian Quest, I beg your pardon. Thinking of a fellow Brit for a moment there.
Clothesline right there by Adrian Quest. Oh my God, a jawbreaker. And Adrian, he thinks he's a pretty good looking guy. He might not be if he takes too many of those. Tanahashi with a suplex. Trying to fire up this crowd a little bit here in Tampa. Once again, we're coming to you live from the University of South Florida, the Sun Dome. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the sling blade really did its job that time, did it not?
And now from the top rope. Maybe not yet. Irish whip into the turnbuckle he goes. Big stiff forearm, and that finds its mark. Irish whip now by the challenger. Nobody home.
Adrian Quest using that headbutt. I'm not sure that's a smart move or not.
Tanahashi now with a snap suplex. The challenger is in trouble. Great distance away. What is he going to do here? Is he going to try it? Cross body block. He got him there. Will that be enough? What happened?
I'm not entirely sure. It almost looked like he lit him up.
That could be a mistake. If you're the champion, you don't want to give anyone an opportunity, and he just gave an opportunity to Adrian Quest. Here it is again, that stunning jawbreaker. Ascends to the top rope one more time. Oh, there's the frog splash, and he hooks the leg. Could be all she wrote, and it is. That is why Hiroshi Tanahashi is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of talk since he's won that title about a return match between him and Nick Aldis. Now, I've seen that match, and it was a hell of a match, and title versus title sounds pretty appealing to me.
That would definitely be one that would fill a stadium, I would think. As we see the big frog splash at the end that ends the night and the dream.
Here is your winner, Hero C.
What the hell is this?
That's Samoa Joe. What the hell is he doing here?
Samoa Joe just ran in on Tanahashi. Samoa Joe is not, I have no idea what he's doing here. Sling blade by Tanahashi. And now Samoa Joe with that side suplex. I am as surprised as anybody right now, fans. Tanahashi going to go all the way up to the top. And the splash. Unbelievable. We'll be back with the Battle of the Belts right after this. All right, fans, we are official. This is the actual Battle of the Belts event. We want to thank you all that joined us for the kickoff show. It is time now, live from the USF Sundome Arena in Tampa, Florida. The Battle of the Belts championships all night long to be decided right here on the Nation Network.
We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. They say that I'm
All right, fans, it is time for the Ladies Heavyweight Championship here in the NWA.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match and is for the championship. Introducing the challenger from New York, New York, Marty Bell.
I'll tell you right now, Marty Bell, easy on the eyes to say the least.
Well, she's great inside the ring as well. She knows her way around. And this is one of the best opportunities she has had to become the NWA Women's Champion.
And introducing the challenger from Providence, Rhode Island, Ashley V.
Ashley Box, another one who's had many opportunities at the title, come up just short just a week ago on NWA Power. She had another big opportunity, almost looked like she was going to pull it off. But Allison Kay, she's not champion by luck.
I'll tell you, I'm getting to know a lot of these people as we go here. I've been catching up, doing my homework, and what I've seen of Ashley Box, very impressive, and it wouldn't surprise me at all on a night like tonight if she's able to realize that dream.
And introducing the challenger from California, Thunder Rose.
Thunder Rose is coming down the aisle at this time, another of the top competitors here in the women's division. Always a serious threat.
Well, anytime you're the champion anywhere, I don't care. Could be boxing, could be MMA, and it could be here in professional wrestling. Could be female, could be male. If you have that title around your waist, you are the target.
And introducing the champion from Detroit, Michigan. She is the National Wrestling Alliance
Well, there she is, Allison Kay, and she is the NWA Women's Champion. By far the toughest challenge she has faced to date.
Well, there's a problem with a match like this when you're the champion. You don't have to be beaten to lose your title. And I've never been a fan of that personally.
Well, that's what they agreed to when they signed the contract. But to your point, you're correct. Any of these two ladies, any lady in this match can score a pinfall or submission, and they are the women's champion at that point in time. It does not have to be on the champion.
Well, with those kind of circumstances, that provides a lot of great opportunity for all these women, and I have no doubt they are going to rise to that occasion.
All right, early on matchups. Marty Bell and Thunder Rosa on one side, and then the very familiar Ashley Vox, Allison Kay matchup that we've seen many times. Not a big surprise that Vox would go after the champion because she's felt that she's been so close on so many occasions. I think she wants to pin the champion. She doesn't want to pin one of the other two women.
Well, of course, I think everyone wants to pin the champion just to remove any doubt from anyone's mind as to who the best is, but you'll take the opportunities as they come along in a match like this, no doubt about it.
To the rope, she goes back out front. Nice move right there. Thunder Rosa counters. Marty Bell goes down and down hard. Meantime, outside the ring, Ashley Vox slamming Allison Kay headfirst into the television broadcast table. Oh, and using the steel steps as a weapon.
Yeah, well, it's all pretty much legal here. It's a fatal four-way match. Pinfall submission is the only thing going to end this match. All these women knew that when they signed the contract to come in.
Well, indeed they did. And the champion, who has been outside, oh, look at this. Wait a minute. And that's what we're talking about. When you're Allison Kay, you have to know where the other two competitors are. You have to be able to make the save, otherwise your title leaves.
Well, we've changed up our dance partners a little bit now. It's Mickey Bell going after the champion. And outside the ring, Thunder Rosa and Ashley Vox locking up.
Swing and a miss right there. Thunder Rosa with a nice back kick right to the midsection. And Vox feeling some of those shots. Thunder Rosa recently making her in-ring debut, if you would, in the world of mixed martial arts. Her first ever match against a very seasoned veteran. She came up just short, but went the distance and impressed everyone that was there. Right now we are down to 3 in the ring, now down to 2 in the ring. Oh, look at this, Ashley Vox and Mickey Bell exchanging blows. Once again, that women's title on the line, and it means a lot to all of them.
2 handfuls of hair, grabs her, throws her across the ring.
Open hand slap. Mickey Bell in trouble. And there was the Glory Buster in the meantime. And look at this. Could be a new champion right here.
And to your point, she was trying to pin the champion. She didn't try to go after Ashley Vox from behind. She could have done that. She wanted to beat the champion clean and remove any doubt from anyone's mind.
Northern Light suplex, but she couldn't hold on to the pin. Thunder Rosa now, perhaps, trying to get some of her wits back about her. She's got the champion up. What has she got in mind here? Hung her across the top rope.
I'll tell you, these ladies right now, they're not here to play. They're here to stay. They are really putting on a show here.
Oh, nice roll through. Small package, could be a new champion. Allison Kay not able to make the save. And holy cow, she just barely kicked out. Once again, the small package.
Very alert. Ashley Vox making a desperation save. Otherwise, it might have been over. But I'm really, really impressed right now.
Marty Bell, once again within a whisper of becoming the women's champion, and that is how close it's been for her on a number of occasions. Thunder Rosa with that capture suplex, the fisherman hook, 2. Another close call. Thunder Rosa going to the top rope, but she doesn't realize, oh man, she just got knocked off the apron, and now Ashley Vox sizing up Marty Bell. Tornado DDT. Hooks the leg, meantime collar and elbow, and the champion with a save.
Saving her own title, really, and that's exactly what she's going to have to do.
Again with the Irish whip to the ropes, back out front, tremendous! And the referee is out. Thunder Rosa landed the double stomp, but the referee got in the way.
And now the champion, Allison Kay, I think she's got a...
There it is! Total meltdown, but the referee is still out. Allison Kay hooks the leg, feet up on the ropes, but Thunder Rosa gonna break it up, and the referee just now regaining consciousness.
Well, the champion is definitely going to have something to say if she doesn't win the match now. Because I believe she had Ashley Vox beaten there.
Ashley Vox with a roundhouse. And now going to work on the arm of the champion. Series of kicks. And now the Beal takes her across the ring, and Vox scrolls out to the floor. Marty Bell one-on-one with the champion. Allison Kay catches her and says, I don't think so.
Oh, now she's got it over the half Boston Crab. That could be a submission right there.
Trying to make her way over to the ropes. Thunder Rosa able to get in there and break it up just before the tap may have come. Wait a minute. Marty Bell with the bell breaker.
Thunder Rosa's out, and she's very fortunate that the champion elected to go after. Well, wait a minute. Now look at this.
Well, that's why she's a champion, taking advantage of an opportunity like that. And if it weren't for the alertness of Ashley Vox, that may have been the end of the match. Hooks the leg. Wait a minute, what is she doing? Ashley Vox just had the opportunity she's been waiting for and passed it up.
I have no idea why she would do something like that.
Meantime, Thunder Rosa had her, but the ropes will make the save. Marty Bell out to the apron. Thunder Rosa bringing the champion back in, goes for the cover, but guess what? Marty Bell was right there, blocks the shot, returns a stiff forearm.
Well, she missed with that one, and now Thunder Rosa has one of her own. These women really letting it all hang out here tonight. So much at stake, and they know it. The biggest stage most of these ladies have ever participated on.
Thunder Rosa works the leg. Oh, the drop kick from the blind side. A headbutt.
Well, that's something you don't normally see the women do very much, but yeah, devastating headbutt by Ashley Vox.
She's got a Cobra clutch on her.
With the slam, nicely done, and now look at this, Hurricane Runner. Both of these women are down and in trouble. Ashley Vox is the one in control.
Taunting the champion, you've got to be kidding me. Ashley Vox has had a couple of opportunities to do a little bit more. Oh, the clothesline! Caught her coming off the ropes.
Well, she stole the thunder a little bit from the champion, but it's still effective nonetheless.
Speaking of thunder, there's Thunder Rosa from behind on the champion. Oh, she's got her tied up. Could that be it? We might have a new champion right here. It's over. Thunder Rosa has defeated Allison Kay. Made her tap out in the middle of the ring to become the new NWA Women's Champion.
What a match. Unbelievable.
Allison Kay early on was a wrecking crew. She had a pin opportunity. Referee was out. We will hear about that, I have no doubt.
Here is your winner and new National Wrestling Alliance Women's Champion, Thunder Rose.
Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pre-recorded interview with the challenger for the NWA World Champion. We will go to that in just a moment. Stay with us, plenty more action to come right here on the NWA Battle of the Belts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with the challenger for tonight's heavyweight championship, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Rick, it is a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much. It's also a pleasure for me to be here.
Tonight, you go up against Nick Aldis.
Well, you know what? Nick Aldis, tonight is the night we're going to make history, my friend. Because you've written off the Nature Boy Ric Flair. A lot of people have written me off. Listen, I'm not a young man, and I know that. This is not going to be my greatest night, and I know that. But all I got to do, because I've proven time and time again, any man can be beaten on any given day. And tonight, for just one night, lightning is going to strike down right here in Tampa, Florida. Woo! And the Nature Boy is going to become 17-time World Heavyweight Champion. Take it to the bank.
All right, thank you very much. Nature Boy Ric Flair back up to ringside.
No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the National Wrestling Alliance Heritage Championship.
All right, fans, another championship title match coming your way.
Well, this one came about on a recent episode of NWA Hollywood.
Indeed, Willie Mack made his return to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He'd been away for a little while. Uptown Andy Brown saying there was nobody to give him a challenge. He wanted to put his title up here at this big event. Asked who would do it, and all of a sudden, out came this man, Willie Mack.
Well, Willie Mack, he's been a journeyman wrestler for a very long time. I've had the opportunity to share a locker room with him. I've been in the ring. He's probably one of the most talented, unsigned wrestlers in the business today. He has gone all across the country, all across the world, really. But he's never made it into the premier spotlight. Tonight, he's got that opportunity.
Indeed, tonight he does have that opportunity. As does his opponent. Uptown Andy Brown, the NWA Heritage Champion.
Now you take a look at Uptown Andy Brown, and he's got all the moves coming into the ring. He's also got the moves once the bell starts. That's why he is the Heritage Champion.
As we take a look at that championship title right there, the NWA Heritage title. These two men are going to be competing for that belt right now.
Introducing the challenger from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 280 pounds, super smooth, Willie Mack.
Vegas is setting the betting odds pretty high. 2/4 on Andy Brown is what I was told.
Introducing the champion from San Diego, California, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the National Wrestling Alliance Heritage Champion, Uptown Andy Brown.
Well, Uptown Andy Brown is the champion coming in. That means he's going to be the one with the target on him. Willie Mack, of course, has been champion in the NWA before, so it'll be a big opportunity for him to get right back on top of the game, because when you're the Heritage Champion, that means when the NWA World Champion comes to town, you've got to be considered a top contender to meet him.
Absolutely no doubt about that. And Nick Aldis has proven to be a fighting champion. If he still has that title at the end of the night, we will have to wait and see. Willie Mack wasting no time at all. Nice move right there, using the ropes for leverage. Uptown Andy Brown blocks on the second shot, and now Willie Mack once again locks up collar and elbow. They back up into the corner. Now let's see if we can get a clean break. Referee's going to try and step in.
Well, try and step in is about right. It's hard to say what will happen here with these two guys, but to their credit, they got a clean break out of the deal.
Willie Mack takes him off the ropes with a big Irish whip. Went for the kick to the midsection, but Uptown Andy Brown was ready for it. Comes in. Big kick right under the chin, and Willie's in trouble. What a move by Andy Brown. Hooks the leg, and the champion thought he was going to retain there for a moment.
Well, I've got to admit, I'd normally say it's a little early in the match, but that was one hell of a combination of moves, and I thought he might have stunned Willie enough to take advantage.
Willie Mack was up for the suplex, but he kicks out. What a clothesline. If you're Andy Brown, you've got to be careful. You don't want to be on the receiving end of the Big Mac attack. The challenger really taking it to the champion right now. Andy Brown, what a move!
He caught him with that DDT and just turned it in. A lot of centrifugal force on that one. That is going to really leave you dazed and loopy for a moment at least.
Exchanging blows here ringside. This is breaking down into a Pier 6. What's he going to do with him here? Oh, dropped him head first across the apron. The champion is dazed. And a Samoan drop as well. The count continues to climb. However, if you're Willie Mack, you better be paying attention.
Champion's advantage, if he gets counted out, he is still the champion.
And Willie Mack, got turned on him. The Bulldog. And now Andy Brown, what in the world is he doing? Oh my God!
What a tremendous move by Andy Brown, but somehow Willie Mack is still going. My hat's off to Willie Brown. Most people would have been done by now.
The Heritage Championship is on the line. Nobody's going to give it up without a fight. Willie Mack thrown out to the floor now. Uptown Andy Brown has got thoughts on his mind. What's he planning? Missile.
All the way out to the floor, and the crowd right now on their feet. Look at them.
You hear the chants. This is awesome. Oh my God, another DDT here on the concrete. No padding here in the USF Sundome.
Once again, the referee's count continues, and both men have to be aware of it. More so Willie Mack as the challenger.
Champion is back up and in the ring. Clothesline down goes Willie Mack. Another clothesline down goes Willie Mack. Oh, and a big super kick under the chin, and Willie Mack is in trouble. That's it. Lights out.
Well, I believe the champion is going to retain after that one. Sweeping back heel kick right under the chin.
Oh, and he kicked out on two.
He kicked out on 2 3/4. Referee's hand was on its way down.
Uptown Andy Brown with a big right to the chin. Willie Mack, can he get out of it again? No. What a match these two men just put on.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Battle of the Belts has already lived up to the hype, in my opinion. We have seen some of the great wrestling matches of the year.
He turns around, covers, hooks the leg. Gets 2 3/4 count. But there, the Ghetto Blaster Punch.
Here is your winner, and still National Wrestling Alliance Heritage Champion, Uptown Andy Brown.
Well, thus far it has been a night for the champions, with the exception of Allison Kay. Unbelievable action here tonight, fans. And plenty more still to come. Stay with us for the Battle of the Belts. We continue in just a moment.
faceless, we were born.
All right, fans, this is a special attraction match. The Devil's Lair. This cage assembled by Kevin Sullivan from scrap metal, formed in the Valley of Hell.
Well, this is a match that was supposed to take place back at Starrcade, but due to air travel difficulties, Brian Pillman Jr. was not able to make it to the event. It is pushed all the way over here, the Battle of the Belts, and while there's no title on the line, what a match this should be.
Making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 240 pounds, Kevin Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan in his 60s now, still wrestling, doing the independent scene. Showed up here in the NWA with a slogan, "I shall finish the game." We didn't know what that meant for weeks. All we heard was, "I shall finish the game." And then one night came where Brian Pillman Jr. was at a house show and attacked by Kevin Sullivan.
Well, there's a long history between Brian Pillman Sr. and Kevin Sullivan, going back into the WCW when Kevin Sullivan was the booker. There apparently was some bad feelings between the men. There was a match referred to as a respect match, much like an I Quit match, where one of the men would have to take a microphone publicly and say, "I respect you." Brian Pillman, in about 45 seconds, took the microphone and said, "I respect you, Booker man," and walked out.
Sullivan feels that he wants some retribution. The sins of the father are passed to the son. That is a quote from Kevin Sullivan.
And his opponent from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 220 pounds, Brian Platinum Jr.
Brian Pillman Jr. comes to the ring, and we look at some familiar gear on him, wearing his father's vest from the Hollywood Blonde era.
How appropriate that he would have that in a match like this. You look at the wrought iron steel that comes down here in this one. Drop kick by Pillman, right on the money. Kevin Sullivan catches the leg.
Well, if you look at that steel close enough, you can see, I hope both of these men have had their tetanus shots. There's some rust. There's some old stale blood. Sullivan says that the steel was forged deep in the hounds of hell as he runs Pillman headfirst into that steel.
Not once, but twice. Kevin Sullivan sidestepping the attack. And now the big suplex. Referee at ringside, his only job to open the door upon request. Sullivan eyeing him up. Oh, bubble bomb right there, drops him on the tailbone. Sullivan just said, "Who's your daddy?"
Kevin Sullivan really making this personal now. The punishment he is handing out.
Neckbreaker by Pillman. And he'll go for the cover. Oh, he almost got him. Referee from outside the ring going for the count.
Well, there we get a good look at some of the iron bars here and the condition that this ring is in.
pinfall, submission, or escape. Numerous ways to win this match. And Sullivan pulls him from the cage.
Kelvin Sullivan was going there. Looked like he was going to go for perhaps a belly-to-belly suplex. Never happened. Not sure that it matters right now.
Irish whip is reversed. Kevin Sullivan caught the drop kick. The Promised Prince himself now making his way up to the corner. Kevin Sullivan catches him. Sullivan not going to let him go. And appropriately enough, Kevin Sullivan takes him down. From behind, Pillman. Sullivan trying to climb the cage. And again. Pillman is dazed and Sullivan's going up. Pillman again caught a back heel kick.
Kevin Sullivan has had so many opportunities already. He just can't get free of the grasp of Brian Pillman.
Pillman tries going for the cover. Sullivan kicks out the back. Follows him in with a big clothesline now. The Prince of Darkness in trouble. Sullivan is down. Pillman is going up. This is not a good combination. And Kevin Sullivan again. Oh, the Asian spike. No! Pillman turns it around.
Well, that Asiatic spike was a legendary move by Kevin Sullivan.
He's used that on men like Blackjack Mulligan, Barry Windham, Dusty Rhodes, just to name a few. Another neck breaker. Pillman thinks he's got him. And Sullivan still able to kick out the back door. Now the frustration showing on Brian Pillman Jr.
Well, Pillman's starting to climb the cage one more time. Sullivan, how much has he taken? Can he get back up? Can he stop him?
Well, right now it doesn't look good if you're Kevin Sullivan. Wait a minute. Sullivan gonna try. Sullivan's chasing after him, but Pillman is getting away. Pillman has escaped the Devil's Lair.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it wasn't pretty, but it wasn't supposed to be.
Both of these men went through hell here in this one. Opportunities arose as you look once again at that crusted and rusted steel that surrounded this ring. The Promised Prince, the son, righting the wrongs of the father, here tonight as part of the Battle of the Belts.
here is your winner, Brian Platinum Jr.
Most impressive victory indeed.
Fans, stay with us. Plenty more to come here as part of Battle of the Belts.
One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and curse on my name and taking my life in vengeance. Yeah, you could try and blame us and try and take what's sacred, but we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is grown mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and curse on my name and taking my life in vengeance. Yeah, you could try and blame us and try and take what's sacred, but we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the
All right, fans, the next match is a very special one because it is for a currently vacant title. The American Heritage Championship, not to be confused with the NWA Heritage title.
The American Heritage title has not been seen in a very long time.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 260 pounds, Dave E. Boy Smith.
David Hart Smith Jr. Of course, his father, a legendary British Bulldog.
I'm seeing a lot of second-generation superstars coming out here. Wrestlers who have been up and down. David Hart Smith was back in the day, Calgary, training with Stu Hart in the dungeon.
He was one of the last graduates of that great school.
Indeed he was.
Once again, we're coming to you live from the University of South Florida, the Sundome Arena, here in Tampa, Florida. This is the Battle of the Belts. Welcome. We want to thank all of you for joining us here on the Nation Network. If you're not a subscriber, click the subscribe button now. As we take a look at Brody King.
And his opponent, first, from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brody King.
Brody King, I tell you right now, I've seen the man a few times. He's about as rough and tough as they come.
Since showing up on the scene, NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, he's really made a very quick name for himself. And here tonight, he has an opportunity to expedite that even further by becoming the American Heritage Champion.
From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, Eli Drake.
Well, he originally began with Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, but he has now made his way over to NWA Power. The man who goes coast to coast knows the most, Eli Drake. He feels this is the opportunity he's been waiting for, and who's to say he's not right?
Eli Drake would definitely like nothing better than to walk out of here tonight with championship gold around his waist.
Fans, earlier tonight we heard a pre-recorded interview with the Nature Boy Ric Flair regarding his match tonight for the World Championship. After this match, we have another pre-recorded interview, this time with the NWA World Champion himself, Nick Aldis. Talk about a man who really needs no introduction.
Yeah, but I think he'll get one anyway. Jack Evans, known the world over for sure.
Spent a number of years in AAA wrestling in Mexico. Did a tour of duty, so to speak, in Japan. He has been all around the United States, Canada, the UK. If there is a wrestling ring set up, Jack Evans has been in it. And now tonight, right here, makes his entrance to the Battle of the Belts.
Big opportunity here for this young man to turn around and become the American Heritage Champion.
It could happen. We're going to find out in just a few moments. And here comes their opponent, recently showing up on the scene in Hollywood, California. Low Key.
Well, clearly not just a name, because he comes out here. You don't hear any fanfare, no music, no fancy robes.
No, but he'll take care of business once that bell starts. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, I've seen him many times. I actually got to know him a little bit from a time in the WWE, and he's a tremendous talent. I won't take anything away from him. You know, some people don't necessarily care for his personality, but that's not my problem.
And now here comes the former NWA Heavyweight Champion.
Weighing in at 241 pounds, Tim Storm.
Teacher by day, wrestler by night, former NWA World Champion, Tim Storm.
Tim Storm, as he makes his way down to the ring, tried to regain the NWA World title on a few occasions, came close. Probably has to come to accept the fact that that opportunity's gone for a while. Man's in his 50s. How many more opportunities do you get? Well, I don't know. Ask Ric Flair.
Well, I'm pretty sure he'd be very happy to walk out of here with the American Heritage Championship tonight, and he may very well do that. That is a title that will be finding its home in NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Tim Storm on the receiving end of some shots from Jack Evans. Oh, wow, returns the favor, and Jack Evans just got a little bit of an education by the old man, as he would say. Into the turnbuckle now. Look at that. Nice move by Tim Storm. Jack Evans may regret taking those shots on him early on. Much like the women's match earlier, first pinfall or submission will do this one in. There it is. Tornado DDT. Low Key wants him for himself. Low Key just caught the referee.
That was an inadvertent strike, I believe.
Tim Storm just takes down Low Key, and then he catches Jack Evans.
Meantime, out on the floor, Davey Boy Smith and Eli Drake going at it.
Storm on the receiving end of a big kick by Jack Evans. Side headlock now by Evans. Putting all he's got into it. Inside the ring, outside the ring, but the pinfall submission has to take place within inside the square circle. Brody King in the meantime now with Jack Evans.
Evans seems a little fixated with Tim Storm. I'm not sure why.
There's a suplex and now a double team perhaps. Low Key just got intercepted. Tim Storm winding him up. He's got that top wrist lock on. Low Key down to one leg. Down to one knee. Elbows to the midsection of Tim Storm will break it up. Was going for that fisherman suplex, it looked like. David Hart Smith Jr.'s got him up in the air. There's the family jewel right there. The power bomb, power slam, and a save made by Jack Evans, or it might have been over.
Yeah, that's the power slam made famous by his father. And there, oh wow, Low Key cleared the ring. Came down awkwardly, didn't really grab the apron very well.
May have hurt his back, but he's got right back into the fight. Brody King, meantime, with Jack Evans in the ring. Tim Storm now with Eli Drake. Oh, here it is! The perfect storm! We've got two pinfalls going at once! And now from behind Tim Storm on Brody King. Too much action to call it all.
Tim Storm is still laid up in that corner.
German suplex perfectly executed. And now Tim Storm. Here he goes. Perfect Storm. There's no one there to make the save. Storm's got to go for the cover. He does. Hooks the leg. And he's the new American Heritage Champion, Tim Storm.
Well, that's a big win for Tim Storm right there. And that means we'll be seeing a lot of him on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
As he's just disseminated.
Here is your winner, Tim Storm.
What a most impressive victory for Tim Storm. He's not done yet, fans. We're going to take you to a previously recorded interview with the NWA World Champion, Nick Aldis, in just a moment.
Little too excitement for you, isn't it?
All right, fans, we are here with the NWA World Champion, Nick Aldis. And Nick, I know you heard what Ric Flair said earlier tonight as you two head with a day with history, really, tonight and the main event of the Battle of the Belts. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are very simple, actually. I feel deep pity for Ric Flair. I mean, think about it for just a moment. The man is 70 years old. He was on death's door years ago. He's had to sign releases holding both the NWA and myself personally not responsible for whatever may happen to him tonight. You know the big difference between Ric Flair and Nick Aldis? Nick Aldis possesses the NWA World Championship. The NWA Championship possesses Ric Flair.
Thank you very much. Back to ringside.
We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless.
All right, fans, time for the NWA National Heavyweight Championship to be decided. The Cowboy James Storm putting his title up in a three-way.
Well, it's a theme that we've had a lot here tonight. Anytime you have multiple challengers, you don't have to be pinned or made to submit. I just don't like it.
Wisconsin, weighing in at 206 pounds, Austin Eric.
I didn't mind it so much in the last match because nobody had the title coming in. But when you have a champion, I believe a champion has to be pinned or made to submit before someone else can call themselves champion.
Well, to that point, for those champions that have lost here tonight or do lose tonight, they will definitely have opportunities at rematches. There's an automatic return match clause in every champion's contract. As we take a look at Austin Aries.
And introducing the challenger from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 200 pounds, Ricky Hart.
Ricky Starks. Stroke Daddy Ricky Starks has really come on the scene and set the wrestling world on fire. He is a regular on NWA Power.
Well, I had the opportunity to watch a lot of his work, and you're right. This young man, he's not the biggest dog in the fight, but I like him.
He is exciting. He is electrifying, and the world is his oyster. Just ask him.
And introducing the champion from Tennessee, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the Action Champion, Cowboy James Storm.
Here is your NWA National Champion, James Storm. The Cowboy making his way to the ring.
Well, there's another man who has really made a name for himself many times over in the world of professional wrestling. Was one half of a very famous tag team with Bobby Roode back in TNA called Beer Money. A lot of success they had over there. He went out on his own when that team broke up and has also been very successful. Here he is, the NWA National Heavyweight Champion.
That is what they'll be fighting for, ladies and gentlemen. Referee's ready, calls for the bell, and all three men now are legal. Austin Aries, quickly dispatches Ricky Starks. I think Austin Aries wanted to get James Storm in the ring by himself. Leg sweep, and the champ just took a hard fall off the apron.
Yeah, he's holding his back, and I'll tell you, he landed very awkwardly. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he has trouble during this match after a move like that, a fall like that.
Starks with a suplex on the champion here on the floor. Austin Aries, meantime, sitting back, probably doing the smart thing, letting these two guys work each other over. Now from behind, he's got Ricky Starks down on the concrete.
Well, trying to embarrass the young man and perhaps doing so in the moment. Look at this, catch as catch can.
And now the champion just caught him for the moment. Big back body drop, wow. Sent Aries flying in the air. Aries himself, former world champion with Impact Wrestling. Ricky Starks now perhaps getting a little too comfortable in the corner, but he hops down just in time to break up the pin attempt. And now Starks had him down, but too close to the ropes.
It's going to be very interesting. Ricky Starks right now, not the biggest man in the match, although he and Austin Aries, pretty even match up there. Oh, Austin Aries now, that's what we call a receipt.
Indeed, Starks just paid him back. Sent him crashing to the floor. Austin Aries in a lot of trouble. Once again, down across the knee. Sweeping kick to the chest. This one continues on. The national title on the line. He clipped him, didn't catch him flush with that crossbody block, but the champion rolls out to the floor, and right now his title's on the line, but he's not in the ring.
Yeah, again, the point that I keep making, one of these two men could get a win right now, and James Storm loses the title. I just don't like it.
Well, there are a lot of people that echo those sentiments. However, the champion knows when he signs his name on the dotted line. Crucifix roll-up couldn't hold them to the floor. Both men working on Starks for the moment. James Storm with a DDT.
Big DDT, and now he puts the boot to Ricky Starks as well.
The Cowboy clothesline. Austin Aries rolling out. Ricky Starks out. Now look at this. Back in. The Cowboy. Just set him flying. Will it be enough? He goes for the cover. Ricky Starks is back up. Austin Aries comes out on his own. Once again, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on the Nation Network. This is Battle of the Belts. And this may be the beginning of the end for Ricky Starks. The lariat gets a 2 count. And now down with a cross knee backbreaker. Austin Aries could have an opportunity right here.
He sends Ricky Starks into that corner. If you're James Storm, you better find a way to get back up there and get back into this match before one of these two yahoos costs you your title.
Aries from the middle rope with a tremendous missile dropkick finding its mark. Big boot right upside the head.
Austin Aries, tremendous mistake right there, turning his back on the champion.
Ricky Starks is outside the ring. There's no way he's going to make a save. Can Austin Aries kick out? He does.
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, it's getting very interesting right now. Here at Battle of the Belts.
The champion now has got Austin Aries, sends him flying all the way over the top rope, sails to the floor. Now back in the ring with Ricky Starks. Hurricane Rana by the Cowboy. Hooks the leg, that could be it.
He's going to try and make sure that he takes care of business himself.
Not enough to hold him down, but it was close. Heavy right hand to the side of the head. Oh, code breaker. And now Ricky Starks with a kick out. Starks has got him. And he caught him. Stroke Daddy. It might have been a new champion if not for Austin Aries.
Well, that's the Stroke Daddy. That's the move he uses to put a lot of people away.
I thought he might go for another cover attempt. To the ropes. Starks. And now the champion caught him. Rolls him up. He's got the legs. Referee's in position for a 2 count.
Holy cow, how close was that one?
What a match! The National Heavyweight Championship on the line. James Storm with that rodeo. The rodeo drive, as he refers to it.
Well, now he goes to the cover. Austin Aries, not the one I would have thought he would have tried for. I felt like perhaps Ricky Starks was the weaker opponent in that moment. Ricky Starks now looking to steal one.
Fans, I'll tell you what, this has been an exciting night of wrestling. Each match rising to the occasion. What's it going to be like for that main event?
Oh, it's going to be absolutely insane, I'll tell you what now. We know history will be made, there's no doubt about that.
Cover now, hooks the leg. Shot to the midsection, and now he's got him up in the air. Storm with the tornado. Nicely done. Goes for the cover. The champion, will he retain?
He may, but not yet.
And there's the super kick right to the face of Ricky Starks. He's down. Aries is down, trying to use the ropes to get up. I don't think he's going to make a save. James Storm is still the national champion. Austin Aries does not look too happy about it.
Well, James Storm says that things been a conspiracy against him. He feels that William H. Corgan has been trying to remove him from the national championship picture. Maybe he's right. But tonight he proved that he has the answer for the question.
Outstanding match, outstanding victory.
Here is your winner and still Action Champion, Cowboy James Storm.
The champions have been holding up here for the most part. Let's see if that continues. We'll be back with more, including the NWA Tag Team titles. Stay with us. All right, fans, the three-way dance, it was made famous in the ECW. 3 tag teams going at one time. Until there is one left standing. We take a look at the wild card. Royce Isaacs, Thomas Latimer.
Well, by almost adding, these guys also got their start in championship wrestling from Hollywood, now over on the Atlantic coast area. Part of NWA Power on a regular basis.
Yeah, but they still return home every once in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, the feel-good story of the year, the Rock and Roll Express recently regaining the NWA World Tag Team Championship. The legends are coming out tonight.
Well, you know what? You saw Tim Storm capture the American Heritage Championship earlier tonight at the age of 52.5 years of age. The Rock and Roll Express looking great for guys in their 60s, still getting it done.
And here come the former tag team champions, Cabana Bang, Colt Cabana, and Mr. Anderson.
Well, I can tell you I know a lot about Mr. Anderson, and he is a tough bloke. He'll give you a run for your money anytime, any day. And Rock and Roll Express, I hate to say it, but I think I might have a bit of bad news for you.
Well, they've only got a 33% chance of retaining the titles. Referee was attacked by Latimer before the bell. Or right at the bell. Colt Cabana now with Thomas Latimer outside the ring. We've got Ricky Morton going at it with Mr. Anderson. Colt Boom Boom Cabana going after the knee of Latimer.
Well, you know, you can make this match a little bit more interesting if you wanted to and have pinfalls count anywhere.
Well, that is definitely not a part of the rules here tonight. Into the steel he goes, and now Latimer going underneath the ring. He's got, it's a baseball bat. Wait a minute. He just got his team disqualified. What's going on? What has happened here?
Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is going mad. If we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is going mad. And we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, fans, it is time for our main event of the evening. We were told that because of the disqualification, the champions automatically retain. I don't know why Latimer and Isaacs weren't just disqualified and left it down to 2-on-2, but that is the official's decision. We take a look now at the age of 70 years old. The 16-time World Heavyweight Champion himself, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, heading down to the aisle towards the ring to see if he can make history here tonight.
Well, you know what? Rick looks like $1 million with that robe because it probably costs close to it. But at 70 years of age, what does he really think he's going to do against a champion like Nick Aldis?
When you talk about a big fight feel, this has it. Past meeting present in the biggest way possible.
Well, here's what I'm reminded of when you talk about big fights. There was one back in the late 70s. It was between the reigning heavyweight champion, Larry Holmes, and the former heavyweight champion, Muhammad Ali, who was definitely past his prime. It was definitely a fight about money. Nobody doubted that for a moment. But Ali was a shell of his old self, and it was absolutely terrible watching him as he got pummeled by Larry Holmes, who didn't even want to hit him, didn't want to hurt him, asked the referee to stop the fight. I've got a funny feeling we might be in for that kind of night here.
It's been a tremendous night of professional wrestling action here as part of Battle of the Belts, fans. Your national treasure, Nick Aldis, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, saw him glance across the ring at the Nature Boy Ric Flair. 2 out of 3 falls to determine this one. What part, if any, will Camille play at ringside?
Well, I know Nick Aldis, and I've talked to the man even recently tonight. And he's made it very clear he doesn't want an asterisk next to his name in the record books, and he's had that for several weeks running now, and found out after hiring private investigators that it was indeed Ric Flair setting all those distractions up to help him retain the title, and he doesn't want help. She is there simply as an insurance policy in case someone else tries to get involved.
Well, it all sounds good. Let's see.
The challenger from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, the natural Ric Flash.
The Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Introducing the champion from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 240 pounds. He is the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis, the NWA champion. And there, you are looking at the 10 pounds of gold.
Well, this is what they're all here for tonight. Tampa, Florida, the epicenter of professional wrestling right here. The world title on the line.
Fans, once again, we want to thank you so much for joining us here on the Nation Network for this mega card event of professional wrestling. Bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. Flair tying up quickly. And gets a suplex on the champion. Well, it looked at collar and elbow, but instead it was a move towards the leg and the knee of Ric Flair.
Yet at 70 years of age, you got to wonder just how much those legs can take. You heard early on when Nick Aldis was being interviewed, Ric Flair had to sign waivers and releases just to get in the ring and compete tonight.
Oh, Flair. And all this exchanging those chops that Flair made famous. Oh, another one. And another one. And Flair goes again. But Aldis shakes it off. Right hand of the champion is down.
Oh, Flair making a big mistake right now. He's been out of the ring for a long time.
He thought Aldis was going to be down longer than he was. And now the champion with a clothesline. Got that rear chin lock cinched in deep on the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Now Flair up to one knee.
Fighting his way off the canvas is the challenger. I was almost say champion because it's Ric Flair. How often do you call him a challenger? Not too often.
Gut wrench suplex by the Nature Boy, goes for the cover. And I'm not sure he even thought he would get him there, but just to make all this work to kick out, maybe the best thing Flair can do right now. He's got to find a way to make Nick Aldis do a lot of work. Again, over the top rope he goes. And another stiff right hand. Flair does the header. The Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Both men collide. Flair with a shot to the midsection. And again, both men going at it. Flair went for the chop, and Aldis was ready. Belly to back suplex, and now the champion, what's he got in mind?
Oh, he's going all the way up to the top rope, not the place you normally see Nick Aldis going from.
Flair's going to try and take advantage of the opportunity. Goes, hooks the leg. And Aldis barely kicks out on two. Flair caught him. Back heel trip. What's he got in mind here? The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. He's going to go after the leg. Big gear 4 leg lock. History could be made.
Flair's got it cinched in deep. Nick Aldis is in trouble.
And Nick Aldis fighting his way out. The 70-year-old man giving him a fight. What a power bomb. Flair's out. Shoulder comes up. Camille cheering him on. And now Nick Aldis has got him in that clover leaf. Flair making it to the ropes. And he does just in time. Oh my goodness.
It looked like he was going to be done. Flair barely made it to the ropes in the nick of time.
And Aldis comes off the top rope, but he missed. Flair now with a butterfly suplex takes him over, and the champion goes for the ride. Flair celebrating perhaps a little too much and too soon. The champion pulls himself up. Ric Flair is there to bring him in the ring the hard way, as they say.
Flair goes for the splash. Nobody's there. Nick Aldis taunting him.
Clothesline. Another clothesline. Back heel kick, and Flair in trouble. Will that be enough? Aldis going up. The elbow. 1, 2. He got him. The first fall goes to the champion.
No time for the weary. Flair has to come right back up and do it again. He's got to find an answer.
Look at that chop, and now Aldis responds in kind. Back body drop by Ric Flair. And now the Nature Boy with a knee to the head.
You talk about a signature moment, there it was.
This crowd on its feet here in Tampa. Ric Flair has made many memorable moments in this city, and it may be time for another one. The figure 4 leg lock is on him. Nick Aldis, the champion, fading. Nick Aldis in trouble. He tapped out. Ric Flair got him to tap out.
I can't believe it.
And we are tied at 1-1. Flair looking down at Camille. And now Nick Aldis has felt the title perhaps starting to slip. Flair went for that chop, and again, Nick Aldis with the answer. Oh my goodness! Flair lighting him up.
Shoulder tackle, down he goes. Nick Aldis was told by Ric Flair, if you want to be the man, you've got to beat the man who's beat the men.
Flair somehow surviving. Nice arm drag, shades of Ricky Steamboat here. And now Aldis targeting the leg of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Goes for the cover, gets one, gets two, no. Flair will not stay down. He knows this is his opportunity.
His one and only.
Will he be 17-time world champion? And now Flair with a small package. The championship on the line. Aldis kicks out. Oh my goodness.
That was almost the new world champion right there. Nick Aldis knows it.
If Nick Aldis thought he was going to be in for an easy night, he'd better think again. Flair deposited unceremoniously out to the concrete floor. Nick Aldis, what's he got in mind?
Not good if you're the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Nick Aldis certainly not thinking about him being a 70-year-old man as he just came crashing off that top rope.
Flair. Lighting him up with those chops. Nick Aldis. And Flair back in the ring. He knows he can't win the title if he's outside. Aldis has him up in the air. Oh, the powerbomb. The head of Ric Flair at 70 years of age bouncing off the canvas. And it's over.
What a match it was, though.
I don't think anybody thought Ric Flair at the age of 70 would have been able to pull it off. But he made believers out of a lot of us here in this one.
The last time we are likely ever going to see Ric Flair in a wrestling ring. And what a way to go out.
Nick Aldis retains the title as he beats the man who beat the men.
Here is your winner, and still National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis.
Wrestling fans, we want to thank you so much for joining us here tonight on the Nation Network for what has been one of the most memorable nights of wrestling we've had here in a long time. This is the NWA Battle of the Belts. Good night, everyone.